Hey guys, it's yoUCee here, and today we are getting a balanced patch. Teaser was released just yesterday. 16 buffs and 5 nerfs. We will just see the overview of the nerfs and just how many buffs are there now. So I am basically excited for Azalina's buff as a priest main guy. Priest is my most I would say, I enjoy playing priest and even rogue the most. Like how I pictured it is rogue is like kind of a proactive shenanigans class and priest is a reactive shenanigans class. But that is now changing. So basically they both do shenanigans. So I'm all in for it. But it doesn't mean I won't play other classes. I play all the classes, but we all have our special preferences. So apart from the 16 cards are getting buffed. So 4 cards in Death Knight, both Plague and Corpse archetype, both legendary cards are getting buffed in the Violet Gold. And then Demon Hunter, same thing, both legendaries are getting buffed. Void Soul archetype is the main focus, 4 cards. Then Hunter, 1 card, the prepare card, right? Death Rattle being triggered. And then Priest, Thief archetype is getting buffed, most hype for this one. Both the legendaries are getting buffed. Azalina and the other guy, the broken. He's not broken though. And then Warlock, 3 cards. The Demon archetype is getting a buff. And then Warrior, the prepare card, the board clear card, that is getting a buff. Coming to the nerfs, Confront the Tol'vir is getting nerfed once again. This is the second time it's getting nerfed. It went from 3 to 4 mana. Now it's from 4 mana. 4 mana, I don't know what they're going to do. But let's see. Maybe it's going to 5 mana. But that is why we are going to play some Tripwire Hunter today to just get an experience of how it was before the nerfs today. And then Lotus Troublemaker, very much expected, right? And then Blazing Invocation. Didn't expect this card, but win rate, stats wise, it makes the most sense, right? It's like a turn 1 you cheat 3 mana, right? 1 mana from this and 2 mana from the hero power. This is like targeting the Mug Shaman, by the way. And then Wartooth. That was a surprise because a relative new card. I know it was overpowered, or it felt at least overpowered in the playoff. Feel it is 6/6 charge doesn't hurt, right? But Mother Duck combo with Wartooth. Yeah, this one I didn't expect. That's why this emoji here. And then Vanessa, we all knew this was coming, but hope they don't kill that card. I love Vanessa, so I hope it can. Of course, it needs some tuning. Definitely, but I hope they nudge it, not completely kill it, because Rogue's early game in a way. So maybe they can just tone down the blowout, but I don't know how they're going to do it. Let's see. Maybe they'll increase it by 1 man and call it a day. I don't know. So what are your thoughts on the nerfs and buffs? That is the main 16 buffs. Can't imagine. Like we'll go through the patch notes tomorrow. So with that, let's jump into the deck explanation and then the decks itself. So guys, we are going to see 2 decks. Both are the same archetype only, but we are going to see why they are different. So I will just tell you the difference first. So our Aggro Hunter runs King of the Underbelly. So this is like kind of an ETC card for the old school players. But even if you don't know, it's fine. It has this. When you add the legendary, right, it gives you a button, and then there you can add 3 cards. So what does the King of the Underbelly say? While building your deck, pick 3 contraband beasts. Valkyrie discover 1. It costs 3 less. So you can have a beast. You can have 3 different beasts like a sideboard and add any beast from any class. So our Ashman is from Rogue, and then our Beast is from Death Knight, and then we have the Wasp from Demon Hunter. So that's why I said Aggro Ashman, because this is more value focused. So if you have done everything you could with the aggro and you want to shift to value, then Ashman is a lot of fun to play. But yeah, that is the main thing. And then let's see the other cards. Our Tol'vir. Why Tol'vir? We will see. Now we have Earthen Roar. When you have like big statted minions, this is such a game saver. I will show you the gameplay where we were really taking this Earthen Rose help to actually do well in the game, right? Chef Druid. And then Glacial Shard, we run 2. Very good for just stopping the big minion from hitting us, either to buy time or to just get lethal, right? Platisaur, very good card draw. Sizzling Cinders, again, just a good ping for an aggro deck. This is such a key card. Smuggle Shovel. So the key card, Smuggle Shovel, goes well with our Tripwire. Deal 5 damage split among all enemies. Shuffle 2 spells into your deck that do that again when drawn. Okay, and this one, and then Beast Tripwire. Summon a random 5 cost beast. Shuffle 2 spells into your deck that do it again when drawn. Basically, to trigger the drawn effect, our weapon is very helpful, and we can re-trigger that again and again with our Tol'vir. And we can get more Beast Tripwires or Arcane Tripwire or any other spell we want from our Fable cards. We have the Alleria. So, but the main key here is Sylvanas, obviously. So if you can you do surprise lethal or do a pretty critical bloat clear and then push for lethal or save yourself, whichever it is, she's the main reason we run the Fable. But the Alleria spell package is very good as well. Varisa is the least of the 3 in the sense of like impact on the game, not value, impact on the game. And then what else? Underbelly Network, very key card. Early game, you want to ideally have Shovel in the opening hand, Shovel, and then Underbelly Network, and probably either Tripwire or Beast Tripwire, right? Arcane Tripwire, Beast Tripwire with Shovel and Underbelly Network. That is your ideal opening hand. Then you have Tracking, Wound Prey. Then this is a nice board clear. Deal 3 damage. If you have played another copy of this, hit all enemies instead. This that's a full juice Sylvanas with Triumph will do like 9 damage. And this is the Ashmain version. Again, this is the Agamaggan version. Here, what they are doing is they are cutting 1 Glacial Shard for 1 other card. We will see the difference though. But the main difference is in the contraband options. We are choosing Agamaggan here. Agamaggan, sorry. And we have Tortolan. And what we will do is we will play Agamaggan and we will play Brian Spawn Drake. So this will do 10 damage. So for those of you who don't know, the next card you play costs your opponent's health instead of mana. So that's why we play this one. And remember, our king will reduce its cost by 3. So you can play it on turn 7 basically, and then you can do around, I don't know, upwards of 15 damage, right? Upwards of like from 11 onwards you can do. But I would say on the upper limit it can do like 20 damage, I think. Yeah, 20-21 damage it can do. So absolutely, if you want like a lot of burst potential, this is the deck. And if you want some value, you can go for this deck. It's merely your playstyle. You can go with either of them. So when we come to the deck differences, so as we discussed, right, here we are running 2 Glacial Shards, but here we are running only 1. And then in our King of the Underbelly, we have the Agamaggan and Tortola, and here we have Garrosh, Wisp and Aspen. So again, this is a recording. This is not a live commentary. We are against a Chef Druid because I already know the match. I would say this is a decent hand, but it could be better, right? If we can get Shovel on 1 and Underbelly Network on 2, that will be fantastic. But Cinders is not a bad card to start the game with. But the thing is, their minion, right? 1 mana, 1/3, give your hero +1 attack. As long as it's in the board, is actually very strong. It completely controls our board in the early game. So So they are playing this cultivator. Basically, it will put 2 beasts in the bottom of your deck and give them +5/+5, and then they have a card to draw the bottom cards of your deck, bottom 2 or bottom 3. So that way they will, you know, I'll show that card in the video. So we are drawing a card and we are ideally looking for, yeah, shovel is good because we have Tripwire right now, and we can set it up for going Arcane Tripwire next turn. So ideally that's what you want. By turn 2 you want everything set up, and turn 3 you just want to keep doing ping damage slowly. See, draw the bottom 2 cards from your deck. So yeah, you even have a beast Tripwire here. Wonderful, right? But guess I'm not. Am I?
Sisters, my instincts shall hunt down our enemies.
Yeah, the reason why I'm thinking I didn't go for that line of playing Arcane Tripwire is because, you know, there is just a 1/3. Probably early game you want to control their board a little bit, and then late game, probably next turn you can go Beast Tripwire and get 2 beasts instead, right? So that was, I think, the plan that I had, because among these both, if you can get a lot of tempo early game, that's wonderful. Oh, Earthen Roar! You can see the power of that card, right? Lucky top deck, definitely. See, now you see this, right? Waiting for that Tripwire is good, right? Just blindly tripwiring, but or seeing an ideal opportunity to tripwire, it can be a game changer, right? Otherwise, that minion will absorb all the tripwire damage as well. So we already know that he has big minions in his hand, so we should play accordingly. So that could be the reason, right? Yeah, that is the reason. I think it's a better play as well, right? Now he has another big minion as well. As you can see in his hand, there is another big minion. So we have to keep watching out for the big minions, and you have to time your Earthen Roars and your Tol'vir carefully, so that you keep clearing their big minions while pushing face damage and winning the game, right? You should not allow them to get the board. Once they get the board and start developing, all your pings will be futile basically. Okay, they are playing that card the second time. Discover 2 beasts and give them +5/+5. Very powerful card, to be honest, right? Very, very powerful. Now we have another big minion on the board. Now we are going to go Tol'vir again. So this is, we are getting the value of Tol'vir, correct? In the sense, not only is it drawing us cards and whatnot, we are timing it so the Earthen Roar gets value. Otherwise, it's very difficult to clear that minion. Either you have Earthen Roar in your hand, or Tol'vir helps you to clear it as well. Yep. So that's good. But he has 2 more beasts basically, which are big. So it's about like it's a matter of time. Yep. With Idle, he again drew the bottom 2 cards of his deck, and he is now at 10 mana, by the way. So yeah, there is a huge power spike from his side. Kind of, if you don't have your Earthen Roars in this matchup, mostly it's, I think, kind of like a difficult matchup. You need your Earthen Roars and then some Tol'vir to help you out. If you have those both and play properly, I think it should be a favorite match. So here, I'm just going to, brute force clear it. So first I'm enabling the Tripwire. and then drawing the card, so that if I get a Tripwire, sure, right? Why not? So I'm just brute forcing my way, because I know he has, again, he has played 3 big beasts. Now he has 1 more big beast, and he's just at 11 health right now. Too much of tempo from the opponent, right? So just keeping them off the board was like a big deal this game. So, and by the way, this was my first game, and also just don't craft this deck, because Tol'vir is getting nerfed, so we don't know the viability of this deck. This is the reason why I'm trying it, because I want to see if it is viable. Later we can have a good comparison, right? Because Tol'vir is a key card in this matchup. Of course, the King of the Underbelly is a nice finisher, either for value if you want, or a buff. Your choice. So he is going on drawing. I'm sure he must have got some great cards. Okay. Widow's Bite. Okay, this is the first turn. He is like free from the board. Yeah, I think this is a tricky turn. Either you can go Underbelly Network with Beast Tripwire, right? Or you can go King of the Underbelly, but I don't see the reason why you would need to go for it right now. So I'm just going with safe line, because we don't want Ashman just yet, because we still have the cards from our own deck to play. So that's the reason I'm holding it off right now. And comes the Frog, Traitor King, and flattens our board, and we don't have lethal because of it. So see, this is where exactly I feel like the Glacial Shard is shining, right? So it prevents the opponent from hitting your face with big minions like this. Buys you time while you can keep pushing for lethal or something. So Ashmin for the culture, just in case we need it, right? Because the other 2 options, we are not going to do much with against the 13-12, which will flatten your board every turn, right? We are not going to do much. So Ashman might give us some incredible value if at all we need it. But by the way, we are still behind the board, by the way. We are way behind. Frog makes it very, very difficult for us. And now we have a taunt that will do 2 damage to our entire board on Death Rattle. Brutal, right? Yep. Okay, we got the Tol'vir. Let's go. Let us go. Okay, that's a healthy amount of things. Now we can try to clear their board, right, before playing anything by ourselves. Yep. And we can clear up the Krog, right? Krog King. And we have Sylvanus Triumphs to clear the board. Sure, why not? And yeah, I think we should Tol'vir, right? Let's wrap up the match. Wrap it up. Okay, we have our Sylvanus. We can even do surprise lethal, right? We already played our Illyria, I guess, right? I think we did. Alright. Now we have like, yeah, we have lethal on the board. Okay, he has an activated Shadrasil. Let's see what he's going to do. I don't think we're going to Ashman in this game, right? We already are very close to lethal. In the sense, if he clears our board, obviously he will. But we are very close to lethal. We can actually Sylvanas and Hero Power for lethal, right? Yup. That's game 1, guys. That is game 1. You can see Sylvanas shining through. Yup.
My arrows shall strike down our foes.
Yes.